Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
Yo! What's up, guys? PKSparkxx, the pinnacle of Mario LPs, and your competitive Wi-Fi battling conductors is here again on Monday with another competitive Wi-Fi battle for you. Now, I told you guys that I'm trying to get myself back into the mood because I noticed that a few of you guys were actually dissatisfied with how I've been playing, and you know what? You weren't the only one. I also have not been really happy with how I've been playing my Pokemon battles. While I do play a lot of Mario. That's my channel, that's my theme, is what I do. I'm a Nintendo guy. But the thing is, I'm not just Mario. I love Pokemon, and I want to be better at it. So I'm really making a really conscious effort to get better in Wi-Fi battles. I want to make sure I deliver you guys the best Wi-Fi battles that you guys can see, that way you also learn something from these battles. I used to be that way when I primarily did Pokemon on my old channel, but now I haven't played it and I haven't really focused on it. But you know what? Being with Shady and Nappy and Sacrifice Nugo and Sensational GP and just so many other Pokemon players, I really am starting to make a conscious effort towards getting better in Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. As such, I am doing my best to deliver, actually learn Smog and Tears and learn these things and figure this out and get it done. So, with that said, I am doing a UU battle today. You guys can probably tell from the teams that we are facing. Even though it's UU, we have some power. We have one of my favorite physical walls of all time. One of the Pokemon I wanted so much since X and Y came out. Wheezing right there. Mountain Dew. We have Makarov, the Alakazam, sitting strong right there. We have Mojo Jojo, the Infernape. We have Koopa. Well, actually, that's not Koopa the Blastoise. That's his Blastoise because that was given to me. But we have Blastoise right there. We have Real God, the Porygon 2. And we have Sprixie, the Celebi. So powerful. Now, let me explain this battle before we begin. I've been really getting into UU, and I've been practicing a showdown. I found this team, so I decided to bring it over to Wi-Fi and find a good Wi-Fi battle for you guys. This guy Champion, I believe his name on Twitter is at ChampionRufus. He'll be in the title description and linked in the description below. But it went back and forth. Insanely back and forth. One thing that I'm tired of seeing in UU is a freaking Florges, because they all do the same darn thing. I've ran into one that was an attacking set with Assault Vest, but otherwise it's always Toxic, Moonblast, Protect, Wish. Toxic, Moonblast, Protect, Wish. It's so freaking annoying, but it's okay. That's why I got my Celebi there with Heal Bell. That's why I got my Celebi with Natural Cure. That's why I got my Celebi with Stealth Rock. Celebi pretty much is my check to anything that I want to do it. It counters the bulky water types that you see plenty of in UU. And I have Heal Bell so I can get rid of all the toxic or paralysis or burns that we might deal with. Because once again, there's also a very common theme in UU, status afflictions. So with that said, I feel as though I am really confident with my team. I am confident with my team. I feel as though I have a really balanced team. My only problem, which I plan on correcting very soon, is that I have a really bad weakness to bug. Like, U-turn hurts me hard with Celebi and Alakazam being a thing. And Poison doesn't resist bug, so I need to figure out something that can eat up a U-turn. You know what I mean? So that's my whole plan right now. I plan on switching Celebi out for a Miltank later on. But this intro is dragged out long enough, but there's a lot that needs to be said. If you guys enjoy this battle, show your love and support, hit that like button for me. Let's try and get this video up to 500 likes. Also, in the comment section below, let me know what other Pokemon you guys want to see featured in the upcoming Wi-Fi battle. Like I said, I'm doing UU right now, so the next battle might be UU. So if there is a Pokemon UU or below you guys want to see me use, go on and let me know in the chat. I can make it real quick because I know how to gen now. However, don't get mad. I still breed my Pokemon when I can. But I want your input, so let me know in the comments what Pokemon you want to see me use, what tier you want to see next, and you know, whoever votes for the most, I'll make sure I pick a screen cap and put it on the screen and whatnot, so you guys can get a little bit of a shout out. But otherwise, without further ado, let's get into today's Wi-Fi battle. begins with my Sprixie the Celebi and his Easy Bake the Rotom Heat. Now, I don't want to lose my Celebi this early. I don't want to risk him going for Overheat. I figured if he goes for Overheat now, then I'll just use Recover and get all the damage off. He's going to be low with special attack. It's going to be fine and dandy. So I go into my real guy, the Porygon 2. He eats up the Volt Switch because he's my special wall, and the Easy Bake is going to switch out into the Wolf Gang. You guys are going to see how this Wolf Gang plays out, but trust me, it is an integral part in this battle. So now he goes in the Wolf Gang. I don't want to try a close combat. I know I can't one-shot it anyway. I could possibly get a paralysis off with Discharge, but I don't want to give him a free sit-up with Swords Dance. I switch out immediately into my Mountain Dew the Weezing, and then Mountain Dew clearly scares out the Weezing, which is good because I predicted the easy switch. So I believe I went for Fire Blast. I did go for Fire Blast. Okay, so there you go. I wasn't expecting him to go into the Rotom Wash, but at the same time, I'm sorry, the Rotom Heat. Rotom Wash is kind of just ingrained in my mind. Excuse me. But so I do switch out here. I could have went for Sludge Bomb, but I didn't really want to risk it. I figured if I go for Fire Blast, it's at least guaranteed damage or something. So right now I go back out to my Porygon 2 because he is my fifth special wall. He's the only thing I have to really take on this possibly spec Rotom Heat. So you see, he just went for Trick, and he tricked me his Choice Scarf, and he got my Aviolite. So which means that I'm a little faster, so I can deal with this, but I am not as bulky as I would like myself to be, because Porygon 2 kind of needs Aviolite to be the bulk monster that he normally is known to be. So I go for Toxic, knowing that I am locked into it. Now this is my first mistake. I decide to go for Toxic again, because I'm like, okay, he's going to switch out here, because he know I won't stay in. I mean, he can't stay in, so I go for Toxic so I can poison something else. However, I completely forgot that he still had the Lucario. So Lucario comes in, he knows I'm locked in the Toxic because he just Choice Scarfed me. There's a train in the background. He gets a free switch into the Lucario, and now he gets a free sit-up if I allow it. So I go out to my Sprixie this time because I figure maybe he's going to try to go for an immediate attack and not sit up immediately. Even if he does, perhaps I can take one more attack from him. So he gets a critical hit off the close combat, but he gets his special attack, special defense and defense drop, but I'm more so worried about the special defense drop. I wish I was actually carrying my Earth Power on the Celebi. However, I decided to switch it out, and I went for Psychic on Celebi instead of Earth Power. Psychic does a major amount of damage, being neutral or whatever, and stab. Now, if Earth Power was there, I probably would have killed because it would have been time too effective, but it's fine and dandy. He goes to Ice Punch there, but luckily he is not able to knock me out. I do want to switch out here because I might need my Celebi later on in the battle for, like I said, the Swampert and the Blastoise. A Giga Drain will just get all my HP back up. So I switch out here expecting him to go for a priority move, and I figured I could take it. I go into my Fernape, and I'm like, whoa, he actually switched out there and went into the Honchkrow, the Pimp. So he goes for Second Punch there, and I'm like, okay, he does less than half, so I can take one more Second Punch. I went for U-Turn because I kind of expected him to switch out. So that means that if I had gone for Close Combat or Flare Blitz, this would have been a dead Honchkrow. But I thought that he might want to save it a little bit early in the battle because it's soon, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to risk it, because if he went for anything other than Second Punch, I would have outsped him. So I switch. I U-turn into the Blastoise. He still has a Honchkrow on the field. He hard switches out into his Florges. Well, I Mega Evolve. Mega Blastoise. The first time I think it's the first time I'm using this thing. But Mega Blastoise is the monster in UU, and I'm very glad that this Mega is here. So I go for Aura Sphere. I really didn't. I thought that the switch into Florges was too obvious. But looking back at his team, Water Pulse was definitely the better choice. It would have been stab, it would have done good damage on anything. Florges would have resisted any attack I had because I had Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, and Water Pulse. So Water Pulse is just a better move overall. I should have went for it, but like I said, I'm still learning and I'm still trying to get better in Pokemon battles than I was before. So I made the mistake. So he goes for Moonblast and lowers my special attacks. So I'm like, well, poop. I can't stay in now. What am I going to do against this Florges? I was running Gunk Shot on my Infernape, but I realized that it's not a really good move, and his U-turn is definitely better just for stage placement. And usually whenever I face a Florges, it's an uphill battle, but I can usually take it out. So in that case, I go into my Mountain Dew. I eat up the Moonblast. He can't Toxic. I thought he was going to Toxic that turn, thinking I might stay in or whatever. But he went for Moonblast again. Mountain Dew eats it up, and there is nothing that this Florges can do. Now, I knew that it was coming, but I'm like, I don't know. I should have went for Sludge Bomb, like the obvious move, but he saw me go for Fire Blast, and I'm like, well, crap. Now he knows I'm expecting the Lucario. By the way, ChampionRufus is actually really good. He made a lot of great plays, and he took a lot of thought into his turns. So definitely just a round of applause to him. But anyway, I'm like, okay, if he switches out into the Rotom, then I can deal with that. I'm gonna go for the burn here, see what happens here. Cause maybe he'll make a hard switch out now into Lucario or something. I don't know. I just figured oh no, I'm sorry, the Blastoise or the Swampert. So I figured let me just go for Will-O-Wisp here, get some constant damage on something. So he goes for Wish, that's fine and dandy. He goes for Aromatherapy and heals himself up. I go for Sludge Bomb, hoping that I can actually get the poison here, because the poison will definitely continue the 12.5 damage that I have. And this is why I like running Sludge Bomb instead of Sludge Wave on walls, because Sludge Bomb has that 30% chance of poison. Now, I got the poison on the Florges, so even though he just wasted the turn with Aromatherapy, he's still poisoned. This is good for me. This is good for me. Kinetic turn he just wasted. He has nothing going for him. He could possibly protect, but that gives me a little bit of damage. He could possibly wish, but once again, it gives me an opening to just hit him with another Sludge Bomb. It's actually really good for me right now. So I believe, no, he doesn't switch out. He goes for Moonblast again, trying to lower my special attack, I'm assuming, because he knows I can't one-shot with Sludge Bomb. Even though Mountain Dew is my best wall to this Florges, at the same time, I can't do much to it just because of how bulky and how much a Florges wants to survive. It's really annoying how annoying and how much it survives. It's like Blissey. It's like Blissey. You see it and it's just like, well, poop. Why? But it's okay. So Florges is here now, and Florges uses Wish. Well, I'm going to go for another Sludge Bomb, and at this point, we are at a stall war. It's all about who can break the wall first. So, I figured at this point, he might want to try to protect. So, I know he wasn't going to want to protect, so I think I use this turn, this opportunity, to burn another move so I can save my Sludge Bomb's PP for attacking this Florges. Because you know that Sludge Bomb's PP, it only reaches 16, even with the PP max. So he goes, oh, he switched out to the Wolfgang here. Okay, so he switched out to the Wolfgang to try and heal himself up. I went for Fire Blast, and I missed. I remember this turn. I missed. I predicted Lucario, and I missed the Fire Blast. I'm like, okay, that's fine and dandy. Let me go for the Will-O-Wisp here, because he's going to want to attack. I don't know why he wanted to switch out here, but I mean, that was maybe he was expecting Sludge Bomb. Whatever. But in any case, that was such a misplay. Not even a misplay, just bad luck. So I go for Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp doesn't miss. I'm like, okay, now it's the burnt Lucario. Now I have a longer opportunity to deal with this Lucario. If he sends in the Florges later on, I can take out the Florges easily. So there's literally nothing he can do here. He goes to Ice Punch here. It does really little damage. I go for Fire Blast, and I miss again. This should be a dead Lucario 2 times over. Fire Blast from a Weezing at this range on Lucario with the special defense drop would decimate it. He goes to Ice Punch and freezes me. Oh my god! And then I'm using Fire Blast. You would think Fire Blast would melt it, but no. Only Scald and Sacred Fire can melt ice. A Fire Blast, 120 plus Celsius degrees Celsius does not burn ice, melt ice. I'm sorry, I'm so So I don't want to allow him a free switch up here. I decided to switch out here and go out into my my Blastoise, because I'm like, okay, Blastoise, he has good HP, he's pretty bulky, he should be able to take at least one hit. This is my misplay out here. I thought that he might want to vote switch out, expecting me to switch out here, so I decided to go for the obvious play and go for Water Pulse. But he made the obvious play here and just went for Thunderbolt, and that does cost me my Blastoise. So I go out as my Mojo Jojo, because Mojo Jojo can hit anything on his team hard. Even the Florges wouldn't even be able to take a hit at this point. So I go for close combat. I am Choice Bandit Jolly, so that is going to wreck a Rotom Heat, and that does take the Rotom Heat down. So we are now 1 for 1. He goes into a Sap Sipper, and sadly, Sap Sipper is, I'm sure, is a physical wall because he already has the Florges, so it's like, yeah. So I go out into my real guy, because I figure after looking through the entire team, my entire team, real guy is the only thing I don't really need right now. He goes for Waterfall, and there is going to be enough to take out real guy the Porygon too, but he did a great job just doing what he had to do. Honestly, even though he did little, he actually did a lot. So this is the perfect opportunity to send in my Sprixie. So I go for Heal Bell. I'm like, okay, if he goes for a Waterfall, I should be able to live it. He probably switch out here, so let me go and heal up my Weezing, because I kind of need Weezing right now. He goes for Earthquake. I'm like, holy crap, why you do that? So he goes for Earthquake, and I live by 9 HP. So even the strongest attack, I'm able to live with a Sprixie. So now at this time, I am going to go for the Giga Drain, because I need my HP back, some HP back. He goes out into Wolfgang, which is already freaking weak, and it's just dumb how weak it is. So anyway, I do go for Giga Drain, and I do get some HP back, a good 20 HP, but with leftovers, I think that brings me up to 56. I believe it's 56. Yeah, 51. Okay, I was close. But anyway, the burn is going to take out Lucario at that range, and something that should have been dead 5-6 turns ago is finally dead now. So now he sends out his Honchkrow, PIMP. I'm like, okay, I'm probably locked in here. If I attack, he's gonna go for Sucker Punch. He probably has Pursuit. Let me just switch out here and see what happens. He actually went for Sucker Punch there, so I'm like, dang, I could have set up rocks. I really could have set up rocks. That would have helped me out later on. But that kind of confirmed to me that he doesn't have Sucker Punch. Because why would I attack a Honchkrow with a Celebi? That's kind of silly. So when I go for Sludge Bomb after I switch out into my Weezing, and that is going to take out the Florges, which is decent for me. The Florges is done, and now I believe this is coming down to the wire. First of all, I still want to say that Lucario should have been dead. So we send out the one Pokemon we've yet to see, Kamix, the Blastoise. Now, I have to switch out here because, you know, I mean, it's kind of I'm sorry. I have to stay in here because it's kind of what all I have left. He has the Blastoise left, he has the Swampert left, and he has something else left. The Honchkrow. No, the Honchkrow is still around. So he goes to Dark Pulse. He does get the flinch, which sucks because I definitely went for the burn so I can get at least extra damage. But that doesn't work out, and the Dark Pulse from the Blastoise is going to be able to take out Weezing. But Mountain Dew didn't work. He got cheated, but he did work. So now I send out Sprixie, which is going to do big damage with the Giga Drain. And I just hope at this point it will be enough for me to actually live one Dark Pulse from this Blastoise. Because this is the opportunity I needed. I really just need the big damage. Because if Celebi couldn't do it, then I have Alakazam with Energy Ball. So Dark Pulse is going to be able to take out Celebi even after getting all the HP back with Giga Drain. I do believe that this is especially attacking Celebi or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, I send him my Inferno just to do cleanup work, and he goes for close combat. I figured at this point, maybe even with the defense drop, I can take one more close combat and attack and survive a Sucker Punch from Honchkrow. However, he gives out the Swampert, which is definitely his best move. After doing damage calc after damage calc, I decided it's best for me to switch out into Alakazam. He went for Waterfall. If he had went for Earthquake, that definitely would have taken out my Alakazam. But he went for Waterfall for some odd reason, and I'm going to attack. Now, this is an integral part of the battle. This is what changes the outcome of the battle. I went for Earth Power, Energy Ball, when I really should have just went for Dazzling Gleam. It would have been damage on anything. Right here, I already knew he didn't have Pursuit. I forgot he had Life Orb. If he had gone for Brave Bird, I would have swapped out into my Infernape. Infernape would have taken the damage from Brave Bird or whatever. He would have went down a Life Orb. I could have swapped back out into my Alakazam and one-shot the Swampert with Energy Ball. Instead, I did not think that far ahead. I made that grave mistake of forgetting that he had either Brave Bird or Life Orb, which at that range definitely would have taken out the Honchkrow. I go for close combat right here, which is my best bet, but it's not going to be enough. And he will take out my Infernape with Waterfall. And that's a good game, ChampionRufus. My biggest mistake in this battle were the misplays I made. I made 3 mistakes. Honestly, I feel as though the battle would have been completely different if the Lucario would have went down when it should have went down. But that one turn of just crazy hacks, missing Fire Blast twice, and then getting frozen was just so much. That was so much in a few amount of turns that changed the battle. But in the end, I had the opportunity to live it, but I just didn't think that far ahead, and it cost me the battle. So obviously I still have stuff to learn, but I am learning, and I hope to actually show you guys some better battles later on in the future. I am trying to improve everything I can, and all I can do is hope that I please you guys with these battles. So with that said, that is going to conclude today's Wi-Fi battle. One more time, if you guys enjoyed the battle, show your love and support for not only for the Wi-Fi battle series, but for LumioseStation, and hit that like button. Share the battle out with your friends. Let them know what you thought of this battle. Let me know in the comment section below what kind of Pokemon you guys want to see featured in the upcoming UU battle, and what tier do you guys want to see me try and tackle next. I'm going to try and dabble in UU just a little bit more, try to make some new Pokemon sets, and at least make a few solid Pokemon and teams meant for UU. Otherwise, that is going to conclude it for this Wi-Fi battle. Thank you all for watching. Stay hot, guys, and I'll see y'all next Monday.